It feels like a Friday, but that's only because tomorrow I know that I'm not going to school because I have therapy. So not exactly weekend fun, but like, you know, it's the day from school. I'm also really hungry right now. Like, I'm so hungry. I just ate like an entire potato, like skin and all. Like, I was okay, I didn't plan to eat the skin, but like I peeled it and I was just like looking at the skin and I was like, I'm hungry. I don't want to get up. There's possibly edible skin right in front of me. I took a small little piece and chewed it. Didn't taste bad. Shoved the rest of the skin into my mouth and ate it because, like, you know, I act like a starving child when I'm hungry, okay? Like, I was really hungry, okay? Like, and it didn't taste bad. So hopefully I don't, like, die from eating potato skins. So yeah. I mean, it wasn't all bad. It was like a baked potato. Like, the skin was cooked. Like, it was okay. Like, I'm not gonna die, hopefully. Yeah, like, I don't know. Excuse me. But yeah, like, I'm really hungry. And I think today is Friday. Like, I keep feeling that today is Friday, but it's not Friday. It's literally Tuesday. But I have tomorrow off because, like, therapy. Speaking of, I keep forgetting. I wish there was a way for, like, my therapist to, like, email my teachers or, like, my school and be like, hey, this girl was gone because of me. Because, like, therapy. But, like, you know, she doesn't. She just gives me a note that she prints out and signs, and I'm supposed to be the responsible child that I am and give it to the office. Unfortunately, I have the memory of, like, literally a gnat and, like, cannot do anything. And, have about 3, like, notes that I should have given, to excuse my absences from school. Still haven't given them because, like, when I'm at school, I don't remember shit. Literally, my mind revolves around 3 things. The stress of having people around me, the stress of academics, and, like, the stress of conversing with friends, which shouldn't be stressful, but, like, for some reason it is. Like, I don't know if it's because, like, I'm not really close to any of my friends. I don't know, like, just stress, you know, like, just constant stress. And when I'm stressed, I get 10 times more forgetful than I already am, and I'm already really forgetful. So, having me remember shit at school is like, no, like, it's not a good idea, like, at all, like, so yeah, like, I'm really bad at remembering stuff, really bad at focusing, like, I just, it's awful. Yeah, I don't know. Also, low-key, got annoyed with my therapist today. No, it was yesterday. We did group therapy. We have group therapy every Monday and Wednesday. And this group therapy, we were talking, and like one girl said that, like, she gets distracted a lot and forgets a lot of things in class, and I was like, oh my god, same. And, like, the therapist said, like, maybe we should get you checked out for, like, ADHD. And I was thinking in my head, like, okay. Because, like, we've been over this. Like, I was, like, 99.9% sure I have ADHD. Still, 75% sure I have ADHD. Okay, maybe that's an exaggeration. Like, I'm, like, 58% sure. Because, like, there are too many things that are, like, not coincidental. You know what I mean? Plus, it runs on both fucking sides of my family. Like, you... I don't know. Maybe it's just severe PTSD. But, like, I mean, though. Like, to be honest, though. Because, like, I just didn't feel satisfied when I, like, went to my therapist and she was like, here, hand these to your teachers, have them fill out the surveys, and we're gonna diagnose you based off of your unprofessional teacher's recollection of your behavior. Yeah, that sounds right. So, yeah, like, just, sure. And because the majority of them said, like, no, I don't, like, have ADHD symptoms, like, she just didn't do it. But, like, I do, like, I'm, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't, like, fidget. Well, I do fidget. But, like, when I'm distracted, like, I kind of just, like, phase out and, like, stare blankly at the teacher. Like, because I'm still paying attention, but, like, nothing is registering, you know? Because, like, I'm just out of it. Like, I'm just not registering anything. And, like, that could be, like, a form of dissociation. Maybe I'm dissociating, actually. You know what? I might not have ADHD. I mean, yeah, she's probably right. She's a professional. Why am I even talking about this? But, like, I don't know. Like, it just kind of bugged me that, like, this girl has the same, like, things that I do. And, like, a therapist, like, was like, oh, maybe we should get you checked out for ADHD. But then, like, I said that to my therapist, and she was, like, very, like, questionable about whether or not I would have ADHD. And then she did, like, this kind of half-assed test and, like, doesn't think I have ADHD. But, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. Yeah. Great. Okay. Anyways, I wonder if I broke the, like, confidentiality rule. No, I don't think I did, though, because, like, I talked about what we talked about, but, like, I talked about, like, a very small piece. Like, that was, like, not even the full, like, conversation of, like, what that group therapy session was about, which is like a small little side conversation that stuck in my head because it bugged me. And like, I didn't mention either of their names. Like, nobody like knows. Like, it's still confidential. Like, it was very vague talking about it. Like, all you know is that there's therapists and there's a girl. Wow. Do you know how many therapists and girls there are in the world? Like, you know what I mean? So still, I didn't break the confidentiality rule. Like, we're fine. It would be different if I was, like, gossiping about her or, like, talking about her and, like, explicitly stating her name. Like, that would be bad. But, like, I don't think that's... I mean, I personally don't think that's breaking a confidentiality rule, but, like, I might have to delete this video if it turns out that I did. But, like, I don't know. Like, it just bugged me. It just bugged me. A little bit. Piquito. Yeah, I don't know. Also, randomly in ceramics. By the way, in ceramics, I finished 2 of my projects. Like, I'm so excited. I started this new one, and I'm, like, super excited about it for, like, my dad. Because originally, I was gonna make this, like, mask, like, this Spider-Man mask for my dad's Christmas present. But then, like, I started doing it, and then, like, my phone had died at that time. So, like, I didn't have any pictures for reference. So I was kind of just, like, messing around. And then, like, I accidentally, like, well, I didn't, like, accidentally, just, like, absent-mindedly, like, balled up this, like, thing, and it kind of looked like a, like, you know those, like, witch noses that are, like, really long and, like, gross and, like, warded on and, like, they're, like, just gross looking? It looked like that, and I thought that was hilarious, and so, like, I stuck it on there, and I was like, oh my god, this is hilarious. And so, now, my Spider-Man mask for my dad for Christmas is gonna turn into, you know those, like, okay, have you ever been, like, walking in the streets? Like, a lot of times in San Francisco, they have this of, like, people who are, like, doing, like, portraits of somebody else. Like, you'll sit there for, like, 20 minutes and they'll draw a quick portrait of you. But, like, it's not to your exact proportions. Like, it's usually, like, wonky and messed up, and they exaggerate, like, features. So, like, let's say you have, like, little tiny pointed out ears. Like, they're gonna make them huge and, like, exaggerate them. And you look ugly, but, like, it's funny. You know, those kind of, like, pictures that they do of you. Typically, it's, like, street art. And you, like, pay them $20, and then you sit there for, like, 15, 20 minutes, and then they draw you, and you're just kind of like, thanks, and then, yeah. Anyways, so, I'm gonna do something like that, but like in clay form and like in a mask form for my dad. And like, I don't know, like I just think it's gonna be funny to like see him like react to like his exaggerated ugly features, you know. He might get offended and he might be like, what the fuck is this? And like I might have to be like, fine, you don't have to keep it, but like I made it for you, so like, you know what. I don't know, my dad is weird about that. He's kind of hypocritical. He's like, he likes making fun of people and he thinks that's hilarious, but then the second that you start making fun of him, he's kind of like not about that life. And like gets kind of mean about it. And then you're kind of like, well, you make fun of me all the time. Why can't I make fun of you in a teasing kind of way? And you're just kind of like, well, you just took the fun out of it. Thanks, Dad. But yeah, hopefully he doesn't get too triggered by it, because like it's not like meant to be mean, like it's meant to be like a joke, you know. Because like I didn't have my phone for reference, so I didn't want to like do the Spider-Man because I knew I would mess it up. So like I was just kind of like, let me do this like ugly version of him, but like it's more of like a joke, you know. Like it's not actually like, I don't know, it might be offensive, it might not be, whatever. Oh my god, I just can you imagine if like somebody, I know time traveling is impossible. Oh my god, it would be so cool if it was though, but like also not really, because like can you imagine if it was possible to time travel and then like you went back to the like 1400s and then you like caught the Black Plague and you didn't realize it, and then like you came back to like modern times and then you contracted the virus of the Black Plague, and like of course we have modern medicine, but like modern medicine does not treat Black Plague from like centuries ago, you know what I mean? Like it's like a dead disease and like you just bring it back. Like that would be kind of catastrophic. Like yeah. Oh my god, I just remembered something also. I was getting so mad during English today because, and usually I'm kind of dead on my feet in English because English is my first period. Don't get me wrong, love English. Not when it's my first period though, because like first period I'm like dead. I'm dead, okay? Like I'm dead all the time, but like I'm especially dead first period. Like first period, just rolled out of bed like 10 minutes ago. Well, that's an exaggeration, like 30 minutes ago, and like took 10 minutes to walk there. So like 20 minutes ago, like I got out of bed and then like got ready, but then it took me 10 minutes to walk. So like, you know, like barely awake. And like we got me doing like deep thinking and critical thinking and like out of the box like ideas. Speaking of which, girl is having us do this project, which I'm not excited for. Not excited for. We're like learning about Martin Luther King and blah 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 blah. And he, personally, I don't hate Martin Luther King Jr. I don't hate him. I think he did a lot for his time, and he was like a great inspiration. But in about 6th grade, when we first learned about Martin Luther King Jr., I learned a not so great fact about him, which is that he was heavily sexist and also sort of abused his wife. So, you know, you can't claim equality and abuse your wife behind closed doors. So it kind of takes away from his hero. I mean, he was a great man. He did great things. I'm not negating that. I'm just saying, boy was a hypocrite. Okay, like, because I was reading it and like, because we were reading his like I Have a Dream speech, and like, other than his like I have a dream that like black boys and girls will hold hands with white boys and girls and la 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 la. But he doesn't like, other than that, he does not mention like women or females when he talks about civil rights. When he talks about like equality, he talks about different religions being equal. He talks about like black and whites being equal. He doesn't really mention women and men being equal, aside from black boys and girls and white boys and girls holding hands. So I was kind of like, a little bit like, what? Because, like, at first I was thinking, well, maybe he's not mentioning it because, like, he's only focusing on the African American civil rights. But then he mentioned equality in religion. And then I was kind of like, okay, he's mentioning other other things that need to be equal. Like, why doesn't he mention men and women? Like, excuse me? A little bit triggered. Just a little bit triggered. Like, and then he was like, let us not get angry and, like, let us not, like, take vengeance and, like, anger out on, like, our oppressors because, like, we need to have faith and be patient. And that was mainly a lot of what he was trying to, like, calm down the people. Like, that's what he kept saying over and over. And I was thinking in my head, like, right, not anger, not aggression, just abusing your wife behind closed doors. Like, it's fine. Anyways, so I don't, like, mean to, like, skew your vision of, like, Martin Luther King Jr. Like, he was a great man. He was a great man for his time. He did a lot of things for the civil rights movement. Like, I'm sure, like, he affected lots of people. Hold on. Sorry. Sorry, my grandma. She always forgets that, like, popcorn, aka my turtle, is, like, very slow metabolism, aka doesn't eat more than 2 to 3 times a week, and she, like, always forgets that, and then, like, is always like, every day, I think your turtle's hungry, and I'm just kind of like, no, he's not. He doesn't need to eat every day. Anyways, so, yeah, like, I don't know, like, I like Martin Luther King Jr., and I respect what he did for African American rights and, like, civil rights movement, but, like, hypocritical, you know, like, just a tad hypocritical. Yeah. And Gandhi, I used to really love Gandhi too, but then I recently found out that he was also a masochist. Okay, fine, like, it's okay, it's fine. Like, I don't know, like, I know it's like, you can't expect these, like, heroes of our culture and, like, heroes of our, like, past that we, like, respect and idolize, because, like, we literally have, like, monuments, like, what is the word I'm looking for? Not risen up, like, the word I'm looking for here? Dude. Erected. Yep, there it is. Okay, sorry. We have monuments erected, like, in their honor and stuff, and we respect them and we love them, blah, blah, blah. But then, like, we also have to remember that they're human and they make mistakes. But then also, sometimes, those mistakes are huge. And a lot of times, they're brushed under the rug, or they're, like, completely, like, ignored by history purely because people want to keep that perfect, heroic image of them to inspire more people. But, like, a perfect, heroic image is not going to be perfect if it's, like, not flawed, because, like, I don't know, like, just, I don't like how history loves to sugarcoat things, like, even in, like, textbooks, like, sugarcoat things, and I'm just like, you don't need to sugarcoat, anyways, so, yeah, but that's not what pissed me off in English. No. We have this thing in English called Newsy LA, and that's what pissed me off. Because this Newsy LA is, like, basically, like, every week we get a Newsy LA article, which is basically just, like, a random news article that our teacher assigns us on this site called Newsy LA, and we're supposed to analyze it, take a quiz on what the article was about, and, like, just analyze it, and, like, put, like, things in the margins and blah, 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 comment on it. And so every week we have different articles, and sometimes you agree with the articles, sometimes you don't, blah, blah, blah. Recently, the articles have been getting a tad annoying, because last week there was an article on Fortnite. Oh, wait, no, maybe it was the week before that, was an article on Fortnite, which, Fortnite is, a game that millions of people waste money and time on, in my opinion. So, you know, we're just gonna leave it at that, you know. I mean, like, right now, it's, like, super popular, but, like, in a few, maybe not even a few years, like, a year or two, like, it's gonna be gone. Like, there's gonna be some other raging, beautiful game that's, like, revolutionary, blah, 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 blah. Even though Fortnite is not revolutionary, like, there have been games very similar with the same exact structure as Fortnite for a long time, you know, like. Anyways, so, yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of Fortnite, so, like, when reading the article on it and, like, it discussed how much people, like, waste money and time on it, I was like, fun. This is interesting. Then the last week's article was on, like, apparently to make cars more personable, self-driving cars more personable, people have started, like, attaching eyeballs to them. Which just, no, you don't put eyes on a car, okay? Like, that doesn't, like, they kept stating that it would, like, create trust between you and the vehicle, and I'm just like, nah, sweetie, okay, I trust my vehicle if it's from a good company, and it's sold to me by, like, a good person, like, you know? Like, and I have good insurance on it. I don't trust it if it fucking has eyes on it. Like, excuse me, if anything, that's unnerving. Also, on top of that, like, these eyes are, like, they're electrical. So, like, they're shut when the car's off, but then you turn the car on and they open. That just adds a whole nother level of creepy. Like, no, I do not want to see my car falling asleep or waking up. Like, that's not something that I wish to see. Ever. Like, nobody, like, goes to their car and is like, well, how can I make it look more like a person? Because that's exactly what I need in my life. It's not like we're dealing with world hunger, or, like, Kim Jong-un, or, like, nuclear war. No, of course not. We're not dealing with refugees or anything like that. Let's focus on eyeballs on cars, because that makes sense. Right. Sure, like, okay, no, like, no, yeah, like, just, I can't believe I brought politics into it, like, still, like, you know, sweetie, like, you really not great, you know. Anyways, so, and then this article recently, like, literally got under my skin so much, I was like, oh, this is ridiculous. Okay, so there's this new term called affluenza. 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 And it is a term that is classified, or the definition of is, let me see if I can word this right. Typically those of a rich family are acting out, and it's because they're neglected, or they're angry, or yada, yada, yada. You know what I hear when I hear affluenza? A pathetic fucking excuse for rich people to fucking, like, excuse their fucking rich ass, like, mommy ass fucking kids. Like, are you kidding me? Like, oh, okay, sweetie, affluenza, kiss my fucking ass. Like, no. You know what the A stands for in affluenza? My fucking asshole. That's what, like, no. Like, no. Like, the fuck? If someone like me, like a middle class kid who has most of her life lived in poverty, the only reason I'm considered middle class right now is because I live with my grandma and dad, technically. And, like, if someone like me just, like, fucking made up a term for herself and was like, yeah, this is why I'm acting out, like, this is totally a legitimate term, and, like, said it was, like, pumpernickel or some shit, they would be like, the fuck is you saying? But because it's coming from a rich person, and coming from a rich family, and they've come up with this term, like, it's excused. Oh, that's not even the best part of this article, sweetie. We're getting more deep into this shit, okay? Anyways, so, yeah. At first, I was like, affluenza, that sounds really annoying, but, like, what the fuck, whatever. Rich people will do what rich people do. Then, Then it kept going deeper because it was like, the reason we're bringing this up is because this rich ass fucking 16-year-old child, little fucking small ass dick boy was like, hi, I'm gonna get drunk and drive even though I'm like barely fucking legal to drive and not legal at all to drink, and drive and drink and crash into 4 people, pedestrians included, and kill all 4 of them. And on top of that, when in court, his excuse was affluenza. And what's even richer is the fact that the judge took this excuse. The judge said, sure. Like, yeah, totally. Like, yeah, affluenza sounds like a legitimate fucking reason. It's not like your parents are bribing me or anything with the money, at all. You know, like, and so this affluenza excuse saved him from 20 years in prison to 10 years probation for 4 murders. Affluenza. Right. Because that makes up for the loss of 4 lives and 4 devastated families. And 1 spoiled, stupid little boy. 10 years probation instead of 20 years in will fucking deserve prison to learn his fucking lesson that you do not get away with 4 murders even if they were accidental. Affluenza. What is this teaching our future generations? Like, you know, kids around my age, they're looking at YouTubers who like have Gucci and like blah blah blah, and they're like, oh my god, I want to be rich, I want to be famous, blah blah blah, like, and then you have stories like this coming out where like it's just teaching people that not only can being rich buy you happiness, not only can it buy you comfort, but it can buy you an excuse from prison as well. Like, that's just great. You know what would be even greater is you actually punishing somebody for a crime that they've done. Instead of, you know, like there are countless false accusations to minorities like Hispanics, African Americans, like impoverished people, purely because they're of lesser class, and because higher class people or richer people will tell the police whatever they want and skew the story however they want, and sometimes they can't even correctly identify the criminal, and then these people get unjustifiably accused and imprisoned while there are 16-year-old little spoiled brats getting away with 4 murders. Right. You know, like, because that's fair. That's fun. Like, affluenza. The fucking stupidest word I've ever heard in my fucking life. Like, no. Like, I don't understand. And then, after that, we were reading another article, which wasn't News ELA, but it was another article that she had us read, and its title was, Money Can Buy You Happiness. At first, I thought, this must be a joke. Like, maybe she's showing us, like, this, because we're currently learning about satire humor, and so I thought, maybe she's teaching us, like, the sarcastic humor, like, article, and it's not actually legitimate. Nope, it was legitimate. And guess what it stated? Exactly what the title said. Money can buy happiness. You know why money can buy happiness? Because money can buy labor. And labor means you get free time to do the things that you actually want to do. Which means, ergo, money can buy happiness. class instead of doing, and they explicitly stated this, labor or menial tasks. Just hire somebody to do it, or many people to do it, and you'll have more free time to do what you enjoy. Right. Okay, if you don't have... Okay, if you don't have these like so-called menial tasks to do, and you hire other people to do them for you, and you have more free time to do what? The occasional vacation? Lounging around by the fucking pool? Eating? Like, what the fuck could you possibly do other than menial tasks? What's next? I don't even have to work anymore because working is a menial task? And just have all the lower class do all of your work for you? Like... I was like, literally, today I was like this close to like throwing my Chromebook. Cause like, I was just like, this is the country we live in. Okay, like this... Oh my god. And this is only just national problems that we're talking about here. And this is just like a small scale of the national problems that we're dealing with. We're not even talking about global issues here. And I'm already stressed out and infuriated at like the lack and complete disregard of humanity in just America. Not the world. Like, in America we have like millions of people. But like, in the world we have billions of people. Billions. Trillions. And like, there's probably even more inhumane acts and more inhumane, like, principles that people are learning around the globe. Not just nationally. And, like, I'm just, like, astounded because, like, this is the world and country that I live in. And I'm just, like, I can't do this. Like, this is why I don't like reading news articles. This is why I don't like news. This is why I don't like media. Because it literally drives me insane. Because I cannot deal with how fucked the universe is. Dude, like, oh, I cannot. Dude, I have no words to, like, express, like, the pain and, like, embarrassment and, like, just sadness and, like, anger that I feel, like, from everything, like, that I had the privilege to learn today. I'm fine. I'm just... Anyways, so, yeah, anyways, I gotta go now because, like, the video's almost over. Bye.